what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how I plan out my week on Sunday. I have gotten so many requests to show you how I do this, so I figured that I would just share with you a little bit about what I do, how I plan, and kind of how I schedule out my week in a way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so the first thing that I would recommend is getting yourself a planner. This is my favorite one. This one is my favorite one. It is by Calibre Paper Co. I have a whole entire video on everything about it and how it's laid out and all of that, so I will link that. But this is what I use to plan. I use that and a simple basic pencil. The other thing that I use semi-regularly, not every single week, but most weeks, is this journal. I got it from Walmart. My husband got it for me for something of ours, and it's just got dates on the top. This is a really good, like, if you want a bullet journal, this is a really good one. I write in just about anything else, like random details, things I want in like long-term archives, I put in here. And my typical planning is just in this one. This one is my favorite planner. I don't think I'll ever be able to switch to something else. But let me grab my pen. This is the pencil that I use, just a basic one. And I do use pencil and pen. I really don't have a plan. I also don't use stickers. So if that's more your style, this is not for you, because this is just functional planning. There is nothing in here that's like cute, minus the cover or anything like that. But basically, since we're in the month of November, I switched to November. And if you look at the month, they have main focuses. So I write out those at the beginning of the month, and then I also plan out the month. Now I'm planning ahead of time for Vlogmas, or not Vlogmas, like Christmas time, Black Friday, all of that, because I am an influencer and I do have to be a little bit ahead of the game in relation to that. So all of this is a mixture of that and Jace's school stuff and our personal life stuff and bills and things like that. And then for November, they have a bills monthly budget. We go over this every month together, so I know what's going on and he knows what's going on. It works really well for our family, but we do that once a month. Those are all things that we do once a month. Now weekly, they have a grocery list and meal planner. So I plan my meals out in here, and then after I plan out my meals, I then go throughout my week and I write down the long-term projects or things I need to get in this little corner. And then they have a weekly habits section, and there I write in Jace's routine, cleaning routine, and work. That way I make sure I have all of that. And then on the very bottom, they have like little places where you can drink water. I'm not very good at tracking that, but I do like to look at it to keep me doing well. And then I just plan out my week. I look at everything, I check everything out, I make sure that I plan out play dates, anything like school that we do at home, anything for his daycare I like to check on, make sure we have everything ready for that. And we'll go through my work schedule and what's due and what I have plans on and what's due. Basically, there are so many things that I do that are due. And so I like to check on that and make sure that that's taken care of. I also like to clean out all my emails. I like to upload all the videos I need to for the week. I also like to talk to any of the clients and set up any of their workouts for personal training clients. A lot of my other clients and patients I just deal with throughout the week. But if I can do some things at a time, that's what I like to do. Any blog posts I do ahead of time, all of that kind of stuff. So I schedule all of that before I even start the week, so that way I'm starting it off ahead of schedule. So that's kind of what I do there. And I also block out time. The reason why I find blocking out time is so much better is because of the fact that I never realize that I run out of time until I plan too much and then I run out of time. So with this, it actually has like dates and things like that. I mean, dates and times and stuff. So I don't actually schedule out too much because I find that I tend to do that a lot. So this has saved me a lot, and it'll actually allow my like plans to be more attainable. So that's what I have here. Then I also write in times that I'm recording throughout the week, because that's easier than editing and uploading and stuff like that. I like to keep that for the weekend, because that's a longer time period that it takes. It takes a lot of work to edit and upload, and then also just to make sure that everything is done appropriately, tags, all of that stuff. It takes too much time. So I like to do that on the weekends and have everything scheduled. Also, any of my Facebook posts that I have that you guys see on my Instagram or my Facebook, those are all scheduled. I don't ever really do that during the week, just because it takes so much time away from my week that I just want to get it done ahead of time. So that's something that I do ahead of time. What else? I have a top 3 list or things to remember, and I do that on the very top here. There's like a little 3 section like this. They're coming to plant trees at our house on Thursday, and so that's something I don't want to forget, so I put that on there. Anything my husband asked me to remember, I put that on there as well. My top 3 are the things that I cannot forget to do at all. The other things are just more of a to-do list that I need to get done at a certain time frame, but they don't have to get done. I mean, they do, but they don't. I don't know if that makes sense. They aren't part of my like high velocity kind of situation. But yeah, and then I plan 1 play date a week. On Wednesday, we go to the library and do all of that. And then he has school some of the other days. And then I will schedule 1 day for my mom and 1 day for my mother-in-law to watch him, just so that way they can get their like fix of him. And then I will go ahead and do anything else that I need to do as far as work goes during those times. So that's kind of how I do that. If anything can be scheduled and done ahead of time, I do that on the weekend. But anything else that is scheduled and needs to be done ahead of time, I will do, or scheduled and done, I will do during the week with my other patients. So that's what I have there. I also check to make sure that there's no birthdays or anything like that. So I have a full list of just birthdays and anniversaries for each month for both of our families, and I look at that. I check and make sure that none of those dates actually are not the wrong dates. I check to make sure that none of those fall in this week. If they do, then I'll write it down in the weekly section, so that way I don't forget, because whenever I enter into the week, this is all I look at the whole entire week. And so that's kind of something I like to do ahead of time as well. Again, anything that I write down on this section of my planner, typically that's all reference material, and so I will go ahead and transfer that to this during this time on a Sunday. I will also on Sunday check in with my husband, make sure that we aren't missing anything, that I have everything, and usually he doesn't really know what his week is going to look like, so we will skip that. so that's pretty much all I do for the week in scheduling and getting things done. I have all the workouts done. I have all my posts done and ready to go for the week. And brands can see it ahead of time and all of that. So everything is good to go on that. If I have sponsorships, not every week do I have those. It's just periodically as it happens. And then I also right now am going to finish editing and uploading. Right now my son is doing some quiet time. I know that's a question I'm going to get, is how do we do that with our kid? Either my husband will play with him and then I will play with him, or he will do quiet time and I will get all this stuff done, and then we will, you know, play and do other stuff after that. That's pretty much it that we do for Sundays. Also on Sundays, I don't really cook or anything. We have, like, I'll just go in the evening to go to the grocery store. I'll grab all of our groceries for the week that we need. And then I will also, like, grab dinner from the grocery store while we're there. And then for Sunday morning and lunch, we take a late breakfast. So it's more like a brunch, and we eat that after our church service. And so that's kind of what we do on Sundays. So I don't really cook, so I don't really have a lot of responsibilities, but I do go ahead and take the sheets off the bed. As you guys can see, I will go ahead and wash that. And then my only other task that I do on Sundays is I will clean and mop and vacuum the bedrooms. That's the only task that I have as far as cleaning goes. And then I will do 2 or 3 different tasks every week, but on Sundays I keep them very minimal. So there's all of that. If you have not seen my Sunday reset as far as cleaning goes, that is what I do if I only have one day to clean, and I do it all in one day. Some weeks it doesn't really work out that way and I have to kind of break it up, but most of the time I try to do it all in one day, and it's just nice to have a monthly or a weekly cleaning reset. So I will link that video if you guys haven't seen it, but pretty much I think that's about it. I don't have very much more that I do besides hang out and relax and enjoy and then go get groceries. I do that typically like in the evening, like I said. So that's pretty much it. So right now I'm going to wrap up the video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel, and I will go ahead and share with you anything else that I think would be necessary. But other than that, that is all we have for my Sunday how I plan. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments or find me on Instagram or something like that, and I'll be happy to answer that for you. But other than that, I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys, and happy Sunday and happy planning.